welcome to the Planetary Persuader for August 28th, 2020. So we don't have to worry about that. Well, maybe we do. No, this week is the full moon at 1:22 a.m. In the East Coast, and it's actually Tuesday, the 1st, 10:22 p.m. We have a full moon. And where is that full moon at? The full moon is in the lunar mansion of Shadabishak, which is the healer. It is 1,000 flowers or 1,000 doctors. It's ruled by Rahu. And Rahu is, you know, the head that has no bottom. Sometimes the head of a demon, the head of a snake. Its ruling deity is Varuna. And Varuna brings intoxication. It brings a sense of ecstasy. It could be anesthesia while you're going through surgery. And Shadabishak is symbolic of diseases that are really hard to cure. So I wouldn't be surprised if they announce a cure for the coronavirus with this full moon coming up. One thing I want to take note too, in terms of like the sidereal zodiac, like the actual constellations where the planets are, we've got Jupiter in Sagittarius, Mars in Aries, Sun in Leo. I mean, I know in Western astrology, Sun's in Virgo now, and I will talk about that, but what this is saying is that right now, your dharma, your ability to take action, your ability to find truth is probably better than it will ever be. And it's been like this since about the 17th, 18th of August. There's this power going on of honesty. And so if we throw Uranus in the mix, it's there in Aries with Mars, loosely. So there could be some abrupt things, but there's a sense that a good victory is going to come out of this. Purva Shadamum, victory for this weekend. The full moon in Shadabishak, a sense that we will get the healing that we need if we focus on that. Okay, so basic Western tropical astrology. This is not constellations, mind you. This is planets based on seasons. Planets based on where they aren't really, but they're there, and most of us understand that kind of astrology more. So we got Sun in Virgo. Virgo's key phrase is I analyze, I look at things. And Virgo is a sign in Western zodiac that we associate with healing. And so that's a good thing. We still have Saturn and Jupiter together, and they're still retrograde, and Pluto is there as well in the mix. Looks like Mercury is in Virgo, and and has been since the 21st. So will be the rest of the week. So without any further ado, we are going to go sign by sign and get into your horoscope. The other thing that I thought was interesting, though, before I go to Aries and say welcome to your horoscope, is that Venus this week moves into sidereal Cancer. So it's not just Western Cancer, but sidereal Cancer. So people want liberation, they want moksha, they want sensitivity. All right, so sign by sign, starting with you, Aries, we shall go. So greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. And so what we're seeing here is Mars in the first house. That liberates you to take action. That liberates you to do the right thing. And so, and who knows what the right thing is to do right now, because it's difficult to tell. But with Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto in your 10th house, you're going to make some important changes. And you're showing responsibility. You're showing the light at the end of the tunnel. Like, this is what we can do, and we can make things better. So I think people should listen to you. By focusing on your own happiness, you're more likely to fall in love. Because when you love yourself, you're more attracted to others. And Sun in the 6th house right now. Uncles and aunts, small pets, government work, doing teamwork with other people. These are the things that are important. Mercury's there as well. So any kind of healing work is going to go better. Move this moon to where it should be. And then when the moon's full, boom, on Tuesday night, or is it Monday night? It's Tuesday night. No, it's not. Yes it is. It's Tuesday night, and it is going to motivate your social life. Now, they have this thing called social distancing, which one commentator said there's nothing social about it, and I completely agree. But that's something for you to look forward to this week. Okay, let's go to the next sign of the zodiac here, which is Aries. Greetings, Aries. Welcome to your horoscope. And how is it with you? Well, Venus is in your 3rd house. So 3rd house is about working with your hands. It's about poetry. It's about storytelling. It's about songwriting. It's about brothers and sisters, people you knew while you were in your early education, I would say kindergarten through undergrad, how you communicate. All of these things get better. So if you're an Aries, say you're Elton John, you're into songwriting, no, you're a Taurus though, you're not. So I think of some famous Taurus like Stevie Wonder, great songwriter. Stevie Wonder could still write some good songs this week. I'm sure there's many other great songwriters in the sign of Taurus. So that's it. You know, it's like finding love in your own neighborhood. The weekend looks somewhat transformational. Actually, it looks better, you know, as we get into Saturday, Sunday. Should be good for travel. Moon is in Capricorn, and has been since Thursday. So, you know, a little vacay before fall kicks in is not a bad idea for you right now. Allow yourself to enjoy life. Jupiter in the 9th house, as well as, you know, Saturn and Pluto's there. You still could have a good time. This could be epic. An epic week, an epic weekend for Taurus. Taurus loves Virgo, you know, and that opens up your heart. It's the 5th house, so things involving your children, especially with Mercury there right now. If you have kids and you're a Taurus, you're going to hear from them. Okay, it's true. Well, hello Gemini, and welcome to your horoscope. So where are we at with this? Well, you know, there's 2 sides to every story. That is the Gemini story. And as we go through the week, I mean, first of all, we're starting out with the moon in your 8th house. So that is the house, well, of transformation. The moon's in Capricorn in Western astrology, so. And so it's other people have a lot of power, and you're super aware of that right now. I mean, how many of us can't help but see that? You know, there's a interesting narrative today. Mars is in the 11th house. So a lot of things are really activated in your social life from that. Mercury's in the 4th house. So Mercury in the 4th house, you think deeply about things. It's also like a time where you might sell real estate or make money. You could, you know, if you were selling a house, that would do it. You know, even a car. Fixed assets are part of Mercury in the 4th house. Venus in the 2nd house. You know, about to get closer to the 3rd house. So you don't want to spend too much, but there's a certain thing, there's a certain rule with money, is like money flows, you know, and so when you spend it, you make it. When you give it, you create through generosity. Other people will give to you. This is generally the rule. And so, if you want to be wealthy, you learn how to be generous. Now, North Node's in Gemini. We want what we want. That's, there's going to be some switches to this kind of energy pretty soon. And so you have a desire that has no bottom. It can get you in all kinds of trouble. So I just want to give you like a little heads up, like, wow, do things with thoughtfulness. And you're more likely to do things somewhat unconventionally now with that North Node there. But, Mercury in the 4th house does have some common sense. So I'm thinking things are going to be okay. Sun's in 4th house too, Virgo. Kind of like Gemini. I always think of like Gemini more like macro science and Virgo more like micro science. Here we go. Moving it over to Cancer. Well, greetings Cancer, welcome to your horoscope. So, we have Venus in the 5th house. That means Cancer is looking good. Cancer is evolving with their loving vibe. And I think it's like I've seen some Cancer women, like, when they're like under the influence of alcohol or something, they become some of like the most loving people. Their shell and their claws are not up at that point. They really like good feelings. They want to feel good. Key phrase with Cancer is I feel. So there's all this touchy-feely stuff. What does Virgo do for Cancer? Well, Virgo, it's the 3rd house. That's friendships, neighbors, working with your hands. It's kind of like the arts too, working with songwriting, painting, anything you do with your hands can be part of the 3rd house. And you have a lot of creative ideas since Venus has been in your 1st house. And you are attracting people, and there's been some sweetness and niceness in your life. Now, this is all interfaced by Pluto and Jupiter and Saturn, all in your 7th house. So, in the 7th house of negotiation. It's also where the moon is this weekend, so that's important too. This could get you a new job. This could get you a new relationship. I know you're like, God, I want to get rid of that dude. Oh man, that chick's getting old. She's hypersensitive. Everything's just like triggering her, and I'm like, God, I'm so annoyed with this stuff. It's like the girl who cried wolf. You're wondering to yourself, well, will she ever? Well, I don't know. And he's a slob and never wipes his feet, and tired of cleaning up his messes, and the story goes on. Well, all this will be negotiated this week. and the full moon's in Pisces in the Western zodiac, so there could be some spiritually uplifting things that happen along with that full moon. All right, we're moving over. We're moving over to the land of Leo, the MGM moment. Rawr. Remember August 8th and everybody all hyped up about Lionsgate? What was that about? I think this last new moon on, depending on where you live, on the 18th and 19th, that was real Leo right there. That's the real Leo. That's both tropical and sidereal Leo. So what came out of that is truth. The light of truth, yeah. And that's what this cycle is trying to lead us to. And so, let's look at Mars and Aries, for instance. That's in your 9th house, so you're ready for more adventure. You're ready to travel more. You're ready to camp out, risk take, do different things. All these Capricorn planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, Moon, all in the 6th house. So, I would say this is a weekend of home projects, uncles and aunts, small pets, or just busting ass and getting a lot of work and organization done that you need to. Otherwise, you could be sick at home, not feeling that good, having to take care of health issues that have been really nagging. And, a Leo is supposed to have bold, wonderful immune system. You know, they're always on top of their game. And that's just it. Okay. We're moving forward. Forward now. Into the land of Virgo. I always say it. Greetings, Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope. So glad you're here, and happy birthday. If you're a Virgo having a birthday this week, I want to wish a very happy birthday to my granddaughter, Olive Joy, who's turning 2 years old on the 30th. Happy birthday to you, and to all my Virgo friends out there, Tom Tapp and Los Molinos. Must be turning 66. Holy crap. Man, time is just moving forward. All of you, my friend Susan Gillen, she's turning 73 this week. I mean, I know a lot of old Virgos. And the great thing about old Virgos is you can teach them new tricks. And so, let's talk Mercury talk. So Mercury's in your first house. It was combust with the sun, but it's moving out of that fiery place. And so you're able to enjoy and get your sole purpose behind what you're analyzing, what you're looking at, what you're sharing, the science of everything, you know, the technology of everything. All of that is more important. Plus you might get new technology. You might get a new toy, a new car, a new laptop, a new phone, one of those things. I could see that happening to Virgo. You know, I see it happening to them more than any other sign. And then there's a stellium in your 5th house this weekend. We've got Moon, we got Jupiter, we got Saturn, we got Pluto, and it's like, let's create a love fest. Let's open up our hearts. Let's be as loving and kind as possible. We've got Neptune in the 7th house. Neptune is about spirituality. It's about having alliances that have a higher vibration, an agape love vibration. It's kind of like, some said it's a higher vibration of Venus. I've heard that, you know, because Venus is exalted in Pisces. I get that. But it's also kind of like the higher vibration of Jupiter. It's not just having fun and being wealthy. It's like sharing that wealth because you love so much. You know, that type of thing. Giving it all. And then Mars is in your 8th house, so it's like, scorpionic, I want things, you know, but other people have the power. So you have to be patient with your partners right now and what they want to do. I know. And but it's leading you to listen to the guru of inspiration, you know, and since Uranus is in the 9th house, it's like, yeah, I could do things differently. I could do things a little less conventionally, and still have a good time. And Venus in the 11th house, your social life is good. North Node on the midheaven, it's like, boy, there's a lot of stuff they do at work that just doesn't seem to have any foundation or grounded with it, you know, and so it's like, okay, how do I create a foundation? How do I just do things not so much off the cuff at the workplace, but try to establish something that's going to last, make it built to last. All that and more as we approach the sign of Libra. Well, greetings Libra, welcome to your horoscope. How's it hanging there? And people ask me this a lot of times, like, Kev, how you doing? Are you hanging in there? I said, I am actually well supported. You know, I've got people in my life, good people, like Marn, who does Planetary Persuader. And right now, there's a foundation of finding happiness, connecting with your mother. Yeah. Connecting with parents, older relatives, you know, maybe even your father in that case, because, you know, about 15% of single parent households are now men, and so, which is positive, or not, you know, depending on what the situation is like. It could go either way. It could be positive or negative, whether it's mother or father. Saturn, Jupiter, Moon, all there this weekend. So this is kind of like a stay-at-home weekend, I would say, or visiting older relatives. You know, that would be the thing. And then you have Mars in the 7th house right now. That helps you negotiate work for yourself. If you need a new job, you're applying for something. That Libra, you've got a little bit of an edge right now, and so that's going to help. And it's going to help move you forward to what you really want to establish and what you really want in life. And that's a big deal. That right there is a big deal. And it helps you be more diplomatic too, I've heard. One of my sidereal Vedic astrology teachers, Sanjay Roth, would say, "Oh, Mars in the 7th house, they're such sweethearts." You know, I was like, okay, that's an interesting take on it. I mean, this guy's like from 750 years of astrologers in his family, and he seems to get, he gets a lot of respect. Venus is in the midheaven in your workplace, so whatever you do at work, it's going to look better than usual. You're going to do your best work right now, and so support you with that good work. You're dealing with karma, and so for Libra, it's kind of more of a lay low time. Work on paying bills, paying off debts. You know, try not to say anything too out there, because this is the world of pay back and call out. It's like, you know, what have I done to change the world? Well, I've called out people I thought were racist. I've called out people that I thought were homophobic. You know, this is the kind of world we live in. Well, have you fed somebody who was poor? Have you helped somebody who might be transgender or gay get work? I mean, that's different. You know, that's real stuff. And, you know, sometimes in the call out, we lose the ability to see the humanness in the person we're calling out. All we're looking at is the offense and nothing else. And so we often lose them from doing what we want them to do. I just felt like I needed to say that, because we don't want anybody discriminated or hurting, but we also need to be as kind in helping people understand things if we want to create allies, rather than just be self-righteous antagonists. I know what's right. I'm so proud I'm not this or that. You know, you're actually proud because you're reactionary. You're reacting to what you feel shouldn't be, rather than doing what should be done. So, greetings Scorpio, and welcome to your horoscope. So how about for you today? Well, I mean, Virgo time is actually a good friend for Scorpio, and so, like, a lot of opportunities are opening up for Scorpio. Now, Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, Moon this weekend, all in the 3rd house of environment, neighbors, brothers and sisters, siblings. Take care of your people. Love your family. That's super important right now. They need the love. And you're capable of giving it. And you have a lot of social power. You've got a lot of physical strength with Mars moving through your 6th house. It's good times, you know. Good times, good times. Greetings Sagittarius, and welcome to your horoscope. I know it was short, Scorpio. I'm sorry. We're running out of time here. Get you next week, you know. It was a good horoscope, though. Jupiter, it's there in Capricorn, so it's the 2nd house with Saturn, with Pluto, with the Moon. There's a lot of financial issues you're going to be taking care of this weekend, and this could bring wealth, or at least establishing a more secure way of dealing with your finances. Also a more secure way of dealing with family. You might be having a lot of family issues. A lot of times, 2nd house is our family, and a lot of times it's what happened to us between, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, maybe up to 14, and how we were treated. Neptune in the 4th house. You know, have a little altar, have a little spiritual space. You know, even if it's just pictures of nature, because that's what you like. But something to promote spiritual well-being in the house. Mars in the 5th. You're loving to get outside and take action. If you've got male children, celebrate them and help them do good things. Lead them to be the kind of man you feel the world needs in this time. That's really going to benefit you. Venus in the 8th house and the North Node in the 7th house. I mean, those two right there tell a story. You know, it's like, oh, I really want relationships so bad, but it's hard, you know. It may not always be appropriate. Your work experience is super important. So get your resume together. New opportunities for Sagittarius for real. Capricorn. Welcome to your horoscope. Greetings, Capricorn. So there's Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, and the moon this weekend in your first house. It's a powerful weekend for you. There could be a lot of changes. There could be a lot of implications here that move you to a better place. They move you forward. They help you in every area of your life, or many areas of your life where you feel like you need help. Venus in the 7th house. You're Capricorn looking for love. This is a sweet spot, you know. This next week, this will still be kind of the sweet spot. Might intensify after this. Virgo rules your 9th house. House of the Guru. House of good fortune. House of the father. If you have a dad and you're involved, I'd say give him some props. Teachers that have helped you, moved along, give them some props too. Because things are moving forward and you're a good student at this time. You're able to learn more. And wealth is coming your way in ways you don't even realize. And time to share it. Time to bring it. Greetings, Aquarius, and welcome to your horoscope. So, Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, all, and the moon, all in the 12th house. So there's a place, that's a house of loss. It's also the house of karma. So there's a lot of personal karma, and there might be a lot of inner turmoil, and you might be seeing things in dreams that you don't necessarily want to see, but they're there. And you want to make people aware of what you're going through. Or you want to keep it secret and hidden because you're embarrassed. There's a lot of that too. What's the good thing to do when you're having a 9th house transit like this? Go to the wilderness. Get out in nature. Go to an ashram. Go to a monastery. Hang out with spiritual people. Or by yourself. Because this will help eliminate a lot of the tension, a lot of the problems. Here we go. Greetings, Pisces. Welcome to your horoscope. Neptune in the 1st house. You're so lovable, Pisces. You always want the best for everybody. And I see that in you. And I see that kind of giving nature. Venus in Cancer in the 5th house. It's like, I love love. If you have female children, work with them. Motivate them to be the best young women that they can be. And encourage any creative projects going great right now. You've got the mojo to work with it. Relationship-wise, there's good relationships coming your way. You're able to negotiate things well. If you're a Pisces that works with sales of any type, you're probably going to do really good. And if you're moving into a new career position that's oriented like that, that's going to help. So finances are about to improve a lot, even with Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, and the moon. So look for that change. Things are about to move forward. Maybe, and maybe it's, spin doctors to help political establishments prove everything's going to be okay, I don't know. I'm getting too old for this stuff now. I don't know. I would love to see a new world coming. It may take another 20 years before I see it. And that's it. That's the horoscope for this week. Thanks for being here. Remember to ring the bell, subscribe, share, tell a friend. Planetary Persuader with KozMcKev Astrology. Checking it out.